Good evening.
Alert from calendar. TCCTB.
It's time. Good evening. Welcome to the Conscious Creators Toolbox for Thursday, September the 21st, 2023. Oh, we're just about to move into the last quarter of 2023. It's been a crazy, busy, fast moving, fast paced, packed full of stuff year. All kind of things have happened on my way, on my end anyway. How things going with you guys? How things going? Anyway, welcome to the Conscious Creators Toolbox for tonight, Thursday. We have a we have a we have a session all set up for you, ready to go, and excited about it. Um, Welcome to our YouTube channel. We're gonna be broadcasting from our YouTube channel for a while. Every now and then we'll jump over on our Facebook group page and do a live here and there, and maybe onto our Instagram. I've got a social media expert working with me now, or I don't know if she would consider herself an expert, but she's better than me, so I would consider her an expert. So we've got somebody working with us, and we're gonna probably be beefing up a little bit more activity. You'll see a little bit more activity on the Instagram page as well as on um, on our Facebook page, and even our website. We're going to start doing a little bit more there too, trying to get busy doing some things. But anyway, we're here every Thursday night um, talking about our creativity and our spirituality. And hopefully before long, we'll be able to tie those two together and see the relationship between our creativity and our spirituality. Can't have one without the other, let me tell you. But I'm going to walk myself into showing and telling and demonstrating the connection or the blend of the two, creativity and spirituality, because we truly can't have one without the other. It's like having a pair of shoes, and you know that could fit both feet. Like my grandkids, they put on their shoes and they put them on any old kind of way, and then they walking like a little duck or whatever. But with spirituality and creativity, you truly cannot have one without the other. And hopefully, in that, since I'm moving, we're kind of talking about spirituality for the next few months or so, or until spirit moves me back into, well, wherever spirit moves me, I'm gonna go. Whatever, whatever my directives are, I receive them. I receive my marching papers and I march. So, but we're gonna be talking about spirituality until further noticed, anyway. So all of our topics that's going forward in our sessions on Thursday night, particularly Thursday night, are going to be focusing on our spirituality. If I jump on Instagram, I might talk about creativity. If I do a Facebook Live here and there, I might talk about something, either or. Let's see how it goes. But anyway, welcome to the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to us. I just hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost a thing. And like us, because I understand that every time we get a like or comment or remark, or let's say something on our broadcast, on our media, on our videos, it kind of gives us a little bit more clout with YouTube, and they something about their algorithm that determines who gets to see what and when. So like us, give us a thumb up, give us a thumb down if you need to. If we're doing something that warrants a thumb down, give us a thumb down. But let me tell you, the rule about a thumbs down is you have to tell us what it is that you are disapproving or that you would like to see done differently. So if I see a thumbs down, I'm going to be searching diligently, anxiously for a reason why, because we aim to produce and share information and produce, well, just produce sessions and direct our sessions and to produce our sessions that give you information that's useful and helpful in your spiritual growth, in your creativity, your growth in your creativity. You're empowering yourself, because we know that we are the masters of our own destinies, and we are the masters of our own lives, and we create our own realities. And in order to do that, we need to be aware, awakened, and conscious. And Conscious Creators Toolbox is all about being aware, awakened, and conscious. That's what we are. And we want you to have as much information as you can. Basically, the Conscious Creators Toolbox is all about identifying our creativity tools, those things that we use or that we go into our toolbox or our tool bags or tool sheds to get out to manifest and create the things that we want in our lives, to make our dreams a reality, make our wishes come true, to do and have and be the things and the relationships. It's all everything about our lives. We manifest them, we create them, we bring them into our being. So the Conscious Creators Toolbox is all about getting in there and identifying what it what it what we have available to us to create and to manifest, and know how to use them. Like I'll tell you all day long, the worst thing in the world is to have a tool and don't know how to use it. What good is it for if you don't know how to use it? Just you don't need it. It's just in a way, it's collecting dust. So we have tools that we use sometimes haphazardly or improperly, incorrectly. When we should be using this tool, you should use it using that tool, or we're using it upside down or wrong side out. But we're here on Thursday to help you identify the tool and how it was designed and given to us to use by source, by our creator, by our higher self. And that's what we do on Thursday night. So come in on Thursday night expecting to learn a little bit more about yourself and your creativity, your spirituality that maybe you didn't fully understand or fully know. Leave me questions if you have questions about anything, especially anything that I present. If you have a question about it, leave me a comment and leave a question in the comment, and I will, I'll answer them. I don't get a million questions and comments that I can't answer them. So I promise you that if you leave a comment or a question, I will. You can come back in a day or so, and you'll find that I've responded to it or tried to find an answer for you. Love to do research. That's my middle name, Gene Research Aaron. And I love researching. I love digging and going and finding the answers and getting the understanding of things that I didn't understand before. So I'll do that for you too. Anyway, so that's what Conscious Creators Toolbox is all about. And we welcome you to be on the team, to be part of that team. And we encourage you to be aware, and there's no limit to your awareness. Your awareness it goes on and on. You can be aware and more aware and most aware and just aware, and to be awakened not only in one area of your life, but all areas of your life, everything about your life. You want to be aware and awakened to. And consciousness is who you are. Consciousness is who you are and how you get things done by being conscious of everything there is to know about yourself. Yeah. Open yourself up, open your heart up, get your curiosity out of the playpen. The kids are playing with it over there. Get it, tell them to use their own, because you've got, you need yours. And you use your imagination, and you use your words, and you use your belief system, and you use your thoughts. You use those emotions and those feelings. You use your desires. You use the wishes. You use all of those tools. Come on down. Come on back, and we'll talk about them. We'll talk about what they are. Right? So anyway, yes, welcome. Another announcement I wanted to make, and then I'm going to head on into the session. But another announcement: we have launched a Sunday morning spiritual celebration, and we call it spiritual celebration. It's because there's always a reason to celebrate. And celebration goes hand in hand with gratitude and being gracious and thankful. And we understand that being grateful and thankful, it beefs up that vibration. And there's nothing wrong. I love to party. I don't know about you, but I love to party. So we're kind of getting, we're kicking it out kind of slow. This is our first couple of sessions, couple of weeks, Sundays being out there celebrating. But we invite you to be a part of that. So we have it at 11 o'clock on Sunday. We do it via our Zoom platform. So we get in there at 11 o'clock, and by 12:05, we're done. We're all finished. So watch on our YouTube channel. We'll post an announcement about it on our Facebook page, on Instagram page. We'll post information about it too. And if you're a member, if you're subscribed to our channel, we will make sure that you get an announcement and a link, so you'll know how to actually access the Zoom link, so that you can be available and present. Right? We have some good times. We meditate. We do a morning meditation. We have a reflection, a moment of of reflections, and we had an opportunity to talk about the wonderful things and the wonderful reasons that we celebrate as individuals. So you're not called on, but you can definitely share if you want to in that moment of reflection. And then we have a 15-20 minute message that we talk about to hopefully give you an affirmation, a theme for the week, or something that you can take forward into the week, to play it forward if you need to, and to build yourself up, to keep encouraging and inspiring and motivating yourself to move on into a spirit of celebration, because that's what it's all about. Life is for enjoying and celebrating the good times and the bad times. The bad times because, hey, we made it through it. The bad times because we learned something from it. The good times because it just makes us bubbly inside. Okay. So anyway, come on down, come and join us on Sunday at 11 o'clock. Watch for our Zoom link. We'll post it for you. Send it to you if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll send it to you directly to your email address. And if you are a member of Team Conscious Creators Toolbox Facebook page, you'll find the link there. You'll find the link on our Instagram page as well. I don't think we have TikTok, but I'm not sure about what TikTok is all about yet. Anyway, but you'll just keep looking for us. Look for it, that the eye or the blue man, one of the two. And that's our tag and our logo. So good. So tonight we're going to be talking about, still talking in terms of spirituality, and we're going to talk about our chakras, the chakra system, and we're going to specifically talk about our throat chakra. Now, that's kind of one of my challenges, is maintaining my throat chakra, because I use it for coaching. I use it for for communicating. The throat, you need your throat and your voice, that chakra, that energy around your chakra. You need it to communicate, to be able to communicate. And I mean to well, not for just, me blaring out to you all the time, but I need to be able to listen and hear and digest and comprehend and understand what it is that you are saying to me. And I'm going to apologize because I did not turn this off. I hope I didn't overkill it. But anyway, hope it didn't bother you too much. And I apologize. But anyway, yeah, we're going to be talking about the throat chakra tonight. So get ready for understanding how to, what the throat chakra is all about, how to use it, what happens when it's used improperly, or how to balance it, how to unblock it, what happens when the energy is not flowing right, what happens when the energy is blocked. We're going to talk a little bit about that, what it's good for, how to fix it, things like that. We're going to kind of talk about it. But first of all, I wanted to kind of make a point of the connection between spirituality and our chakras. The chakra system is actually a system of energy centers. And we all, of course, we're energy. We are everything about the world and life, and everything that we can see, touch, and feel is energy. It's created. It's energy. Some form of energy, solid. If it's a chair, or if it's this hat, or whatever, the clothes that you're wearing, the house that you live in, the cars, that's all energy. But it's solid. It's considered a solid matter, solid energy. And then there's air. That's energy. And then our bodies are energy, a little pliable, a little bit fluffy, but it's still energy. Everything is energy. Everything about our world that we live in is energy. Therefore, we're walking around in energy. We are energy, and that energy is all connected. We're not disconnected or disassociated with anything. at some point, we are solid, we're human now, but eventually we're going to go back, our physical body's going to decompose and go back to the earth from which it was came from, and it's gonna, we're made out of all these chemicals and all these these substances that's in the earth, and we're part of that. We're air. We're 70% water, 70% fluid. We have nitrogen, we have carbon, we carbon dioxide, we exhale from our lungs, and we take in the oxygen, and we do whatever we need to do with it, and then through our system, and then we exhale our carbon dioxide. And then something I was thinking about too, the connection that we all are. We breathe in oxygen, and then we breathe out carbon dioxide. The plants, the trees, the vegetation needs that exhaled carbon dioxide that we exhale, we breathe out, to live and to thrive and to exist on. So if we stop breathing, if there was no breath, we stop breathing out, exhaling, we're holding all our oxygen in, the poor plants would just not be able to survive. They survive because we breathe in and we breathe out. We breathe, and breathing, that's we call it the breath of life. That's our life. When we stop breathing, eventually that this body's not going to be able to handle it. The physical body's not going to be able to handle not having the air. So it's going to die. It's going to go on back to the earth from whence it came. So we're all connected. But the chakra systems is a system of energy. It's an energy system that, how do they say it? Let's see, what did I cut? I kind of I made a note of what it was, and I wanted to make sure that I read it right. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Okay, now here it goes. It is, let's see. Okay, our chakra system are energy centers of our bodies that are located in the astral body, which resides inside our physical bodies along the spinal column. And starting at the base of the spine, it travels all the way up through the spinal column, all the way to our crown. So from our root chakra, and we have 7 chakras in that system, 7 centers in our chakra system that is associated with our bodies. Now, there's probably many more chakras, all over the place, but the ones that are associated with our bodies are 7. We have one, we call it the root chakra, and it's at the base of our spine. And then we have our sacral chakra, which is right around our belly button, right around our belly, our navel. And then right in the center, well, just below our belly button. And just at our belly button, just below our heart, is our solar plexus. And then our heart chakra, and then our throat chakra, and then our third eye chakra, and then our crown chakra. So we have 7 chakras centers associated with our bodies. And just consider just little wheels of energy just spinning around. 7 little wheels spinning around our up and down our spine. And those centers control, each center is associated with some organ, a group of organs or functions in your body. Like, for instance, my throat chakra is associated with my tongue and my mouth, my hearing, my ears. And my throat chakra is located right just below, oops, go back here, just at the bottom of my throat. And it includes my throat, my lung, my tongue, my larynx, and my hearing, my mouth, my teeth, everything associated with my mouth and my tongue. All of that, it's part of it's under the control or the management of the chakra, the energy associated with my throat chakra. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're not gonna talk so much about the others. We're going to talk a little bit about them, kind of refer to them. But basically, we're going to be concentrating on the throat chakra. The throat chakra. We're going to talk about what it does, what it's all about, what happens when it's working properly, what happens when it's not working properly, and some of the things that could happen to make it, to get it imbalanced or have blockages. Now, anything. Now think of water in a faucet or a hose, a pipe, and that pipe is, say it's 10 feet long, and as long as there's no restrictions or something stopping up or in the way of that in the pipe, whatever goes in that pipe is going to come out that pipe. So think of our chakras as a system of energy. It's just a system that transport energy, transport energy from our crown to our root or base of our spine. And those chakras, again, those centers manage certain areas, certain organs, functions in your physical body. All right. That's a kind of a quick overview of it, and hopefully before I don't know if I might talk about chakras again in the future, but for tonight, I just want to talk about that energy center, the energy center associated with the throat chakra. All right, so we're talking about the throat chakra energy center tonight. Now, according to spirituality, holds that we are, again, more than just our body and more than just our minds. We are spiritual beings. Okay, we have a spirit, that part of us that is connected, or that spirit's part of us, that spirit man part of us. And it's kind of like the wind. We can't see it. We can't, we can't put our fingers on it like we can with our bodies. We can see our bodies, and we can, have, they can open us up and we can find different parts and things in our body because they're physical and they're tangible, and they're matter that's solid in some way or pliable in some way. But spirit is a different form of energy, and it's in a different, you can't see it. Yeah, it's kind of like the wind. That the wind blows because you see the evidence of the wind. You feel it, running around your body or on your body. You see the evidence of the trees moving and the flags flying and leaves blowing all over the place. And you can hear it. You can hear it rustling through and around buildings and around trees and through trees and stuff that's hanging out there. So you can hear it, but you can't see it. And that's kind of like energy. This is kind of like the energy that's associated with our chakra system. We can't see it, but we know that it exists. We know that it exists because we have evidence. We have certain evidence that it exists. Okay. For instance, if you have if I had a blockage in my chakra, then when that energy is not going to flow properly from my crown to my base and back and forth, and that means that the energy is going to be a little bit sluggish, and the energy is not going to be performing and doing all the things that it's supposed to be doing, or that it's designed to do, because it's blocked, or if it's imbalanced. All right. Say I'm getting, energy should flow nice and evenly throughout the whole system. But if I've got a jam up in my throat, then guess what? Everything that's above it and below it is going to be affected. So we want to keep everything nice and clean and nice and flowing in our chakra system. So the throat chakra. The throat chakra is, like I said, it's located right here about the base of your base of your neck. And it is at the center of the larynx, and it's physical. It's basically the physical location, and it's also known as the fifth chakra. Now there's 7 chakras. The throat chakra is the 5th chakra, and then the first chakra, of course, again would be the root. You have the sacral, you have the solar plexus, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the third eye, and the crown chakra. So those are the 7 chakras in the body, in the human body's sacral system, all right, or chakra system. But that's where it's located, and we often refer to it as the third chakra or the throat chakra. And the positioning, the position is also directly associated with the glands that's in and around your throat and your neck. Your thyroid gland, that's one, your thyroid and your what is it, your parathyroid gland. I think those are 2 thyroid glands. And again, your larynx and your tongue. Now we know what we use our tongue. We use our tongue for tasting and for eating and our larynx, we use that for that's part of our voice. We do the vibrations and we get to communicate and hear, talk and make vocalize our communication with one another. So we use that's the larynx. As a result of a balance, when that throat chakra is balanced and healthy, and functioning properly in your body, all of those things, all of that, your larynx, your tongue, your thyroid glands, and those hearing, your hearing, those your tubes and things that goes for your hearing, and everything's working properly. If it's balanced, no blockages, nothing's, trapped in there, and energy's flowing properly, and you're able to talk, and you make sense, and you're confident, and you're bold when you speak, and you don't hesitate. Now, I'm stumbling a little bit now, and you're thinking, I may have to kind of take another look at my throat chakra to make sure that I'm balanced, right? Because I feel like I'm a little bit stumbling here. But that's could be a clue. When you are stumbling around, or you can't connect your thinking and your thoughts, and you can't vocalize what you need to vocalize, and now something's going on. Something's going on that's keeping you from flowing right, okay? So the throat chakra, some of the characteristics of the throat chakra is it holds space. It holds space, and what it holds the space for is so that you can process your thoughts, you can process ideas, you can express and process your emotions. All right, and if it's working properly, then your thoughts should be clear, your ideas should flow. You could come up with many ideas, thoughts and ideas that just come flowing out. If it's balanced and there's no blockages there, that's a proper functioning throat chakra. And you can also express yourself. You're bold in your expressions. You're not timid, or you're and you can be clear, and you're authentic. You're not afraid or timid, or stumbling around trying to convince somebody of something that you're not. You step right up, and you're bold enough to say who you are, and be and mean what you say, and know what you're saying, and be confident in it. So that's a healthy, proper functioning throat chakra. And the energy itself, basically, it seeks to open up your expression of the truth about yourself, the truth about just who you are. Basically, the truth about who you are and what you are. It also governs your communication. That's the total governing of your communication is from your throat chakra. Your self-expression, expressing your thoughts, expressing the ideas your ideas that come from your thought processing and your decision making. And you're able to, again, express it with confidence, and express it clearly. And we all have to agree that communication is absolutely one of the most necessary functions that we do as human. We communicate, we talk, we express. Even if we didn't have the use of our voice, we could still communicate, because we still that center, that throat chakra center, that chakra system, that chakra center in the throat, it controls, again, your thought process, your ideas. So you may, maybe you can't speak, but you can sign, you can still communicate. So you're still able to process the thinking, your thought process. And then you're just communicating on it with the in a different manner, but you still communicating the thoughts. You're communicating, expressing your emotions. You're expressing and transferring and translating ideas through the process of your signing, or however you get the communication from yourself to someone else. But then communication is more than just a one-way street. Communication is receiving, receiving. So now you're receiving information from someone else, from your the family, your friends, or your neighbors, or whoever is talking to you. That connection that you made. Part of the communication is to be able to receive and process what's being spoken to you. If your center's not working properly, you're going to have a problem even receiving information and processing the information so that you can apprehend it, comprehend it, and know what to do with it, and know how to respond to it or react to it, or whatever you want to, communicate back to them. So it's a two-way. Communication is always a two-way. And the throat chakra is part of that process. It's a part of the communication process, speaking out and receiving that communication. So it's an absolute necessity for us as human beings to be able to communicate. So, and I don't know about other animals. They probably have another form of way they communicate. And they probably have chakra systems too. I'm sure that all living things have a system of a chakra system. And I don't know the details of any others, but the human right now, that's the only one I'm really concerned about and kind of talking about right now. But every communication is absolutely necessary for absolutely everything. We communicate with the plants and animals in some way or another. And again, we have to be able to receive the information that's coming from wherever. Our plants, my plants need water, the leaves are drooping. So I see them and now I'm gonna, I know how to respond and react to them. My children may need something and they may not be able to express in words so much, but there's other ways that they can communicate that to me. And again, my communication center, the throat chakra, is my communication center that hopefully is working properly, and it's functioning like it should function, and the energy's flowing like it should flow from throughout my chakra system, so that it's working and is performing, and I can communicate effectively as effectively as a human being, as a person that's connecting with another being. So that's the importance. That's basically the importance of the throat chakra. It's your communication center. It's your communication center, right? And it kind of it helps that throat and your mouth, and we know your teeth and everything in there. So you start having trouble with your throat chakra, it's going to possibly affect your mouth. It's going to affect your teeth. It might affect your hearing. And those things are going to affect other systems in your body. Because if something's going on with my tongue, if I've got some trouble or issues with my tongue and I'm not eating properly, I don't have a taste, something's going on with my taste buds, then I'm going to have trouble with eating, and I'm going to have trouble with digesting. And then I'm going to have, and then again, that is information that's going to the rest of my body that's I've got some issues with, because my tongue is something's going on. So I don't taste the right food, and I'm, eating the wrong foods, and the body doesn't need this whatever it is I'm eating, or just losing the function and the healthy function of any part of your body. It affects another part of your body. No part of your body stands alone. Every part of your body associates and communicates and has a connection and an association with other parts of your body. All right. So we want to keep all of our chakra systems in a healthy, working, functioning order. That's one of the things that's one of our responsibilities to our body and to ourselves, is to maintain and care for ourselves. So chakra, we want to be attentive and aware of that energy center that controls the energy that maintains the proper functioning of all of our organs that's associated with each one of those centers. Throat center. So let me make sure here. It says the element of the chakra, the throat chakra, is space. And just as space holds the potential for creation and expansion, the space element for the throat chakra enables us to give form and substance to our thoughts, to our ideas, and to our emotions. And it symbolizes the energy of such as speaking our truth, speaking and speaking our truth. And the throat chakra also governs our internal communication with ourselves, how we talk to ourselves, because we do a lot of internal talking and internal thinking, just to ourselves. We don't have to verbalize it. We don't have to be vocal about it. We think it. And in those thoughts, we're talking to ourselves. We're communicating with ourselves. So that's the function. That's part of the function of that communication center, that throat center. Some of the other characteristics that are associated with the throat chakra is the color. If we know that energy, it doesn't really have a color until it's a solid. So the color that's associated with the throat chakra is the color blue, and it's any color blue, any shade of blue. Could be navy bluish, could be the blue of like my hat, or the blue on the stripes of the shirt. Any shade of blue could be associated with the throat chakra. Now you probably saying, well, what does the color mean? Well, the color doesn't mean it. It's just because we like to have symbols to represent other things. So when we think of communication, or we think of throat, or we think of the energy, the energy associated with it, we think of blue, we think of space, we think of the sky. One of the things that I know when I feel like I've got some issues going on with my throat chakra, I want to get outside. I want to be under the blue sky, or I want to be near water, because water has the color of blue. I want to wear blue. I want to, maybe, wear something blue, put a blue shirt on like I have on tonight. So I associate the color blue with the chakra. All right. And the color associated, it's like the sky. And it's important to note that, again, that the chakras themselves, the chakras do not have a color at all, but they're associated with the elements that's associated with them. And when we think of air, we think of emotions, because that's one of the things that our throat chakra governs and manages, is our emotions. We think of water, and water's blue. Or we think of air, or the sky, spacious sky, clouds. Clouds have different shades of white and blue. So we think of blue as an element of space, basically. Water, sea, the ocean. We think of the deep blue sea of the ocean. That's color. So we kind of associate all that space with the color blue. All right. So again, and blue is associated with communication. I'm a communicator, in the sense of being a coach and a teacher and a boss, or whatever. So when I think of communication, I think of the color blue. All right. And also, blue is a color that I always wear. I feel kind of a little bit more empowered when I wear blue, when I have to make a presentation or speak. So and it's also, to me, it's associated with power and truth, and speaking power, or speaking power to truth. That's when I think of blue and in communication, I think of power, truth to power, and that's a color of blue. So I kind of use it visualizing it, and it kind of helps me just put some more substance to the energy itself, because it's something that you can't see it. You really can't see it, But if you are in touch with your body and you're in touch with your emotions and yourself, you can tell when something is just not feeling all right. So then you can start making adjustments and accommodating the changes or the adjustments that you have to make to improve the whatever it is that you're feeling that's kind of a little bit off. You want to bring everything back into alignment. So there's a sound that's associated with the throat chakra. And this goes for all the chakras have a color associated with, have a sound associated with, have an association, have other association symbols and things like that. But the sound that's associated with the throat chakra is ham, the word ham. And and we call it a seed mantra. And the seed mantra would be ham, and it would be hum if you were going to mantra or hum it. And you can, if you want to say, if you want to find out how it sounds, or find out how to make the sound, I'm going to suggest that you go to YouTube and just say the mantra, or the sound for throat chakra, or the throat chakra sounds, or throat chakra mantra. And you can, they'll just play them for you all day long, and you can listen to them all day long. There's a certain sound that disturbs, or that associates, or that attracts or vibrates with the energy of surrounding your throat chakra, or is associated with your throat chakra. And that would be ham. But yeah, I just suggest that take a look at YouTube sometime and try to find the mantra for the sound associated with the different chakras. And if you're having an issue with them, if you probably put them on and play them a little bit, you would probably be very surprised at a difference it would make in just listening to it for a few minutes or so, and being attentive to it, and then being aware of it. It would make a difference. But each chakra, again, resonates with the sound, and it also resonates with the color. Colors, or there's when you say words, our words make a certain vibration. Our thoughts, in fact, make a certain vibration. And those thoughts and those ideas and the conversations and the verbalizations that we do, and the music and the noise that we hear, it has an effect on the energy centers and throughout your body. And it's according what those sounds are and the vibration that those sounds make as to which center the sound would affect the most, or have the most effect on, positive or negative, I guess. But anyway, the throat chakra, again, mantra is ham, and it's pronounced ham. And you hear the ham, you hear the N, and you hear the vibration. If you say it right, you can feel the vibration in the back, or the back of your tongue when you're making that. And you can also feel it up around your nostrils too, if you sang it just right. And that vibration resonates with the center, the energy, that energy wheel that is associated with your throat chakra. And chanting that, either aloud or even internally, humming it to yourself, it can stimulate and help bring back into balance that energy, and maintain the balance of the energy in your throat chakra. And again, each one of the chakras have a color and a sound associated with it. Ham has just happened to be the one for the throat chakra, and the color blue just happened to be for the throat chakra. The symbol for the throat chakra is it's a petal, it's a lotus petal, and it's inside, and it's a circle, a lotus petal, and inside the lotus petal is a circle, and inside the circle is a triangle, and inside the triangle is another smaller circle. So again, Google throat chakra. I think I posted that on the Facebook page, and I think it had a picture of the throat chakra symbol on the Facebook page. And again, it's a I think the petal has 16 points, 16 panels. It does. It has 16 petals, and inside the petal is a triangle, and inside the triangle well, inside the petal is a circle, and then inside the circle is a triangle, and then there's the smallest triangle inside that. So take a look on the Facebook page, and I'll show it to you. And I think it's also on the YouTube channel as well, that the symbol. But anyway, the symbol is, like I said, it's a lotus flower with 16 petals, and the petal symbolizes purity and spiritual awakening. And that's the connection. Now, that's the connection with the spirituality. That's a spiritual connection to the throat chakra. Again, it symbolizes that petal, that symbol that it uses. It symbolizes purity of communication, and it also symbolizes spiritual awakening. And it says basically that the 16 petals represent the 16 vowel sounds of the Sanskrit language, and that's an Indian language, and that's the language, that's the basic language of the chakra system. That's the kind of the originators of the chakra system. It's the Sanskrit, and that the petals represent the 16 vowel sounds of that language. Now, our language has 5 vowels. 4 A-E-I-O-U, 5 vowels. But this particular Sanskrit language has 16. So it represents the 16 vowels. Anyway, let's see what else it says about the vowels. Does it say da 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 da? Yeah. Okay. Now it also says that the throat chakra is do I want to say that? Well, all of the chakras, you can meditate. There's meditations associated with the chakras, and you meditate to bring awareness and focus to that particular that chakra. We meditate to ground ourselves, or to balance ourselves, and we can meditate with the consciousness and awareness of a particular center or chakra center, in order to help balance it or bring it back into working order, or to improve, or to focus on it, just to focus on it, and to stir the energy, and to motivate and to stimulate the energy so that it's working properly. And we're tuning to it. We're tuning to it and loving on it and caring for it and expressing care for it. So we meditate. We meditate anyway to hear from our higher source. We meditate to ground ourselves, to calm ourselves down, to come at peace and become one with ourselves. And the same thing with our centers. When we meditate specifically for our throat chakra, or our crown chakra, or our third eye chakra, we're focusing our attention on that center, to bring balance and to bring awareness and to connect with it, so that we understand it. We're one with it. We're one with that energy. And we do it, and we meditate, and we really dedicate ourselves to making the connection. We get to know it better. We get to understand it better. We get to understand just how do we process? How does it process, or help us process our ideas? How does it help us process or manage our emotions? What is the connection? And meditating open our understanding up, not necessarily on a mental level or in our mind, on a mind level, but it could open our understanding up on a spiritual level, because this is all spiritually connected. There's a spiritual connection here, and that's the most important thing, because it's not like our bodies that we can take to the doctor, and the doctor can listen to our hearts, or do some surgery and open things up and look. We can't do that. So what we have to do is we have to rely on our higher self, and that spirit part of us, to be the caregiver, and to help us understand how we in the physical world what we need to do to improve the health of our chakra system, or our spiritual self, or our astral body. All right, we do that. So we do that with with our doctors on our physical. We go to a psychiatrist if we have something going on with our minds, or we go to a brain doctor, a heart doctor if we got something going with our physical heart. But when we're talking about the spirit, then we have to, what we need is we need that connection with our spirit man in order to be able to understand how to care for it, how to give it what it needs, how to protect it. Any and everything there is to know about it. It's not going to come from our doctor. It's not going to come from, Dr. Whoever. It's going to come from the spirit. The spirit is going to help direct us and to tell us how to care for our chakra system centers, right? So we want to practice meditation. We want to make sure that we practice meditation. Some of the symptoms that we have when we have a balanced and open throat chakra working, if it's working properly, then some of the things that you could expect is you can expect clear communication. You're communicating, and I don't mean just talking, but you're also receiving information and you're exchanging. Communication is an exchange. So you're receiving and you're exchanging communication, exchanging information with the outside world or outside of yourself. So you're able to clearly communicate when you have a balanced and open throat chakra. You're also able to express yourself authentically, talk about yourself authentically. You don't have to hide behind any mask or anything. You can just be, when you have a healthy throat chakra, you can be very authentic and you be very open with yourself, and you can be very honest with yourself, holding back nothing, expressing yourself authentically through your feelings as well as through your words and your behavior. You're expressing your thoughts, you're receiving thoughts, you're being real. And you're able to create. You're also very creative, and your creativity flows. There's no stuck. You're not no energy stuck anywhere that oh my goodness, I can't think of what to do. I can't come up with any ideas. No. When you have a properly functioning, working throat chakra and the energy's flowing like it should flow, the energy that's associated with your creativity is going to flow. You're going to be able to use your imagination for visualization. You're going to be able to understand your emotions. You're going to be able to use your words to create. You're going to know what to speak to create and manifest. You're going to be able to exchange information with one another so that you can maintain the connections and the relationships that you want. They're going to be healthy and happy and prosperous relationships. Also, you're going to be confident and bold. You're not going to be shy and timid. You're going to be able to step right up and speak out and say what you need to say. And you're going to stand flat-footed and be able to receive information from outside of yourself, from everyone else. And you're not going to be timid about it. And you're not going to be defensive about it. You're going to be open, and you're going to be welcoming, and you're going to exchange like a champ. And you're also going to be able to motivate, self-inspire, empower yourself. You're going to be able to empower you. You don't have to wait around for somebody to pat you on the back or to remind you to do whatever. You're going to be able to get up and do the things and express the things that you need to express. And you're going to know how to do it. And when you don't know how to do it, you're going to know where to go to get the help or where to seek the help. And you're going to seek the help, and you're going to speak out what you need, and you're going to receive what you need. And when it comes to you, you're going to understand it because you've got a clear, proper working throat chakra going. All right. Those are the emotional symptoms of a healthy, proper working throat chakra. Now, some of the physical things that you want to look for, of course, if you want to, you want to make sure that, you sure physically your thyroid glands are working properly. Both your thyroid and your parathyroid, your tongue, your taste buds are on point. You know how things taste in your mouth. You can speak. You're not tied tongue or stuttering or you get those words right out. The tongue is working properly. Your larynx is vibrating like it should, so those sounds are coming out properly and okay because you're healthy. You got a healthy, physically healthy body. Those glands and tongues and elements or things in your mouth that they're working properly. All right. And you're healthy. The thyroid, again, is located at the back of your throat. The main role that the thyroid plays for me, if I'm thinking correctly here, it has to do with your metabolism. And if you have something going on with your thyroid gland, you're going to have problems with maybe your digestive system or your weight. You're going to be, your weight's going to be all over the place. You're not going to have your energy levels are going to drop because your weight is kind of going all crazy. It has to do with regulating your body temperature, because metabolism and your body temperature kind of works hand in hand. And it's basically, you got some, you're going to just be overall wealthy. I mean, healthy, and healthy per person when your throat chakra is working properly. All right. Now, if you have a blocked or an imbalanced throat chakra, let me tell you some of the things that you can look for. Emotionally, you can look for difficulty in expressing yourself. You don't know how to express what you need to say. You don't know how to get it out. You might be a little bit more shy. You may be a little bit more timid. You may talk with your head down instead of looking at a person right in the eye, boldly speaking out and saying what you thought. You may be a little bit afraid to express the real you. Or you may be not only afraid to, you may be ashamed. It may be something about you that you're not, you don't want to, maybe not want people to know this about you. So you're guarded. You seem guarded. You act guarded, and you act fearful, and you act timid, and you just don't want to speak up for yourself. All right. It also inhibits your creativity. People that I find when I see my clients and they tell me that they have, I just can't come up with an idea. I mean, I just can't, no matter how hard I tried, I just can't come up with it. Well, you know what I say? I says, well, let's look at your throat chakra. And then we start looking at those areas and those things that affect the creativity, and we start there. And so if you blocked in your creativity, you can't visualize, you can't use your imagination, you just can't come up with any great ideas or new thoughts, or or controlling your thoughts, or getting your thoughts all caught up, or getting stuck. That's a sign. That's a sign that maybe something's going on with your throat chakra that may be a little bit off balance. You also find disharmony in relationships. A throat chakra, if it's a blocked throat chakra or an imbalanced throat chakra, chances are you're going to have relationships and connections that's going to be troublesome, problems, and just arguments and disagreements going all over the place. And you might wonder why. Well, I say the same. No, maybe you stop and think about, let's look at the throat chakra. Are we balanced there? Because if we're not communicating effectively and properly, communicating both ways, we don't understand what's being given to us, what's been said to us, we're taking it the wrong way, we're processing it differently, then something, we need to maybe stop and think, because this poor communication leads to nothing but disagreements and ultimately wars. All right. That's a sign. When you're fighting all the time, look at your community, look at your throat chakra and see what's going on with your communication. Also, something else emotionally, or in our emotions, that we can take a look at is fear. We are fearful and judgmental. We just this is the way it's going to be, and this is how it is, and this is who you are, and not being flexible, or not being receptive, or not being accepting and tolerant at all, then that might be a sign that we have some issues going on in the communication area. And anything to do with communication, the first place we start is with our throat chakra. So an imbalanced or a blocked throat chakra, you're going to be somewhat judgmental. You're just going to be. And no matter how hard you try not to be. If it's imbalanced, it's blocked, you're going to have some judgmental problems. And you're going to be fearful. Did I say that right? Did I say the right thing? What did I do? You're going to just be second guessing. So not only second guessing the other person, but you're going to be second guessing yourself. you're not going to be able to express the reality, the truth about yourself, because whatever's going on, you hide behind a mask on that one. So that's just a sign. A sign when you have these issues emotionally, don't know how to process your feelings. You're reacting to everything rather than being able to listen and hear and digest it and apprehend it and comprehend it, and then decide how to respond to it. If we're reacting all the time, you got some issues. We have some issues with our communication. Physical symptoms that your throat chakra has some issues physically. Signs of those. These would be hoarseness, being hoarse. Always get something caught in your throat. Sore throats, you know, sore throats, scratchy, sore throat, sinus stuff, those drainages that go in there. That's a sign that something's going on with that throat chakra. When you have that drip, 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 sore throats and issues going on with your throat. Thyroid issues. Get that, your doctor check and you got some issues going on with your thyroid. We need to do something about that. Then probably look at the energy, not only look at the physical. Because when you're dealing with symptoms have sources. And I'm telling you, I'm just saying that it's not always something, it's something physical that caused something. It could be the energy it's blocked or imbalanced that's causing a disruption in the proper function of these glands. Because if the energy's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, these glands and the neck and the throat and the voice and the larynx and the thyroid, they're not going to work. They're not going to be getting the energy that they need to work properly. So the symptoms are going to be that they're going to have issues and illnesses and sore throats and tight jaws or locked jaws, tension, headaches, neck pain. Like I know sometimes I wake up on with my neck, a crook in my neck. Well, you know what? If my throat chakra was working properly, chances are that if I go to sleep and I was uncomfortable, that it would alert me before it got into that crook or what I got into that little stiff neck. So in the energy that outside, that energy that moves around and does whatever it does to maintain the physical body, to manage it and regulate it and make sure that it's working properly. If that energy is disrupted in some way, it's not going to be able to take care of that physical body, that physical area that is responsible for. So balancing your chakras, balancing your throat chakra, maintaining a clear, no blockages or no obstructions going on there. That's something that we can do. Now, how we do it, I'm going to quickly go over how you can do it real quick because I'm running out of time. All right. One of the best ways to help balance and remove obstructions from your blockages from your chakra, your throat chakra, is meditation. And putting on that going to the internet and finding those sounds, or using your YouTube and finding some throat chakra mantras or sounds that vibrate or that resonates with the throat, with that energy center. Play that. Wear the blue. Get out under the sky. Make sure sit near water, be near water, get in water. Just be, expose yourself, expose your center, your throat chakra to the color blue, to the sound of chakra. Where, meditate, bring yourself down, concentrate on that area. Just visualize a circle, that wheel in that area, just going and spinning and visualize, it's imbalanced, and just kind of walk your way through, back and forth, and meditate until you actually feel a difference. Because if you get in touch with that area, get in touch with the resonation of that, the vibration of that center, you'll be able to tell. If you do it enough, you will physically be able to tell a difference. And some of the issues, those physical issues that we named, they'll go away. They'll start disappearing. They'll disappear. And just FYI, your doctors are aware of the chakra system. They may not blend it into their practices, but I guarantee you that in today's world, in today's science and today's health issues and the wellness and the wholeness of people, holistic medicine, they have been notified and have identified. They know what the chakras are. They may not want to blend them into their practices, but they do. I'm lucky that my doctor does. She understands all that. So I appreciate that. But meditation is a sure way. Exposing yourself to the color blue, exposing yourself to the sound. Another way is a yoga. There's many yoga poses that you can do, stretches and things that you can do to help open up and balance your chakra. All of them. All this there's yoga poses for all 7 of your chakras that will help you maintain a balance. And if you don't know a yoga instructor, well, you do know one. If you're part of Team Conscious Creators, you know that we have in our team Dr. Amber Ellington. Dr. Amber Ellington, in fact, she gave us the opportunity to a kind of a morning stretch yoga routine. I don't know how many of those would help directly show attention to the throat chakra, but they do help balance all the chakras. So, but if you want to know those specific poses, give her a call. Or you can go online and check yoga poses to help your throat chakra, to balance your throat chakra. They can give you some. But again, if you're gonna start those stretches and all that, I'm gonna just refer. I'm not a doctor, so I'm gonna refer you to your doctor to kind of ask them. Just kind of mention it to them. I know you may not be into the to the chakra things, doc, but I want to do yoga and I want to am I physically ready to do these stretches and some of the poses that I'm finding and I'm learning about. So check with your doctor to make sure it's okay. But yoga is another great way to balance your chakras. So we've got the colors, we've got the sound, we got the stretches, and again, reach out to Dr. Amber. She will probably love to walk you through some yoga poses. She will. Or direct you to some, or put you in a class. I think she has some distant classes. I know she's over in Hawaii, but she does some online classes, and I'm sure she'd hook you up if you need it, if you wanted to, some one-on-one with her. She would probably help you with that. One other thing, and it's really easy to do, and that is mantras, or I'm going to say affirmations, throat chakra affirmations. And basically what you're doing is you're affirming, you're speaking out, or telling to yourself, making affirming statements about the proper management, the proper care, the love and attention and awareness that you want to bring to your throat chakra. Some of those could be, I communicate confidently and with ease. Yeah. And that could be an affirmation. I communicate confidently and with ease. I feel comfortable when I'm speaking my mind. I don't hesitate when I speak my mind. I'm comfortable. I'm an active listener. I don't just listen. I'm an active listener. So you can come up with an affirmation to use and to tell yourself. And again, you're using your voice and you're speaking it out, and you're disturbing, or you're having an effect on that center, that energy center that's going on there. So you can understand that you say it enough, you're going to connect with it, because your larynx is working okay. You're getting it out. You're speaking it, and that sound that you're making is going to make a contact with that energy center at the throat, and hopefully it will resonate with it. And you say it enough, and you believe it enough, you're going to affect, because we speak and we make things happen. We speak and we manifest. We speak and we create. So you can use your affirmation. And talking to yourself. Make sure that you are safe. Make sure that you are affirming positive, absolute truths about who you are and what you expect of yourself, what your what your throat chakra should be doing. My throat chakra is maintaining my metabolism, my proper metabolism for my body, for my unique body, for my specific body. You could say that I'm an active listener. I set clear boundaries. I set clear boundaries. I support and I enforce the clear boundaries that I set for myself. I'm not shy about pointing it out to you, pointing it out when it needs to be pointed out, and I do something about it. Yes, I speak the truth. I speak truth to power and power to truth. I communicate with respect and courage. I respect and courage. I communicate with tolerance and love. My words are kind, fair, but firm. You can make your own list of affirmations, but that's another thing that you can do. And of course, you can chant hum. You can do the hymn. I was a little girl. I remember, you know, running around after my grandmother, and she was always humming about something. And I was thinking about that earlier when I was, preparing this particular session, and I thought about that. The chanting and mantras. When they used to hum those old songs, uh, they were balancing and probably didn't understand that wasn't on the radar at that time, but they were balancing that energy in their bodies and the energy in that spiritual realm, that astral realm about them. We are energy. We're in energy. We are made of energy. We are just energy. So energy maintains energy. Energy supports energy. All of our body is energy. So maintaining a balanced and an unobstructed, unblocked center of energy. That's that energy system. As long as it's keeping it open, balanced, unblocked, then not only will we be at peace, but we'll be physically well. We'll be physically well as well. Also, the last thing I'm going to say is I'm going to refer you to Jay Johnson, who is our crystallist, and she can tell you about some crystals that are specifically directed toward each one of our chakras, and she will probably give you some crystals that are associated with. I know a few. Lapis lazuli would be one. Soda light would be another one. But there's others. Aquamarine. That's another one. Those, but the blue, the color blue. But if you want to know some specific ones and how to use them and what to do with them, give Jay a shout. Text her, email her. She will love to give you a handle on some crystals that we use. And Dr. Amber Ellington would love to help you identify some stretches and some poses, some yoga poses that would help. And then, of course, if you're looking for a Reiki master, a Reiki practitioner, give me a shout. I know a few, and I can refer a Reiki master to you, and they can actually help you actually unblock with helping you move the energy around with their Reiki light work. All right, that's all I have tonight. That's all I have. Hope you got something out of it. Maybe I want to listen to it a few times and see what comes to you. But yeah, make sure that you are aware of your chakra system and try to understand what each one of those chakra system centers, what part of your body is associated with. I didn't get into talking about the foods that you eat because there's certain foods that you can eat that would help as well. And if you want to know more information about the chakras, I'm gonna say, do like my grandson. My grandson want to know something, he goes to YouTube. He says, "Grandma, I found such and such on YouTube. I learned how to draw whatever or do something." So they have all types of information on YouTube and on the internet. And if you have a question, you don't feel like looking it up and you want me to look it up, I love it. I love researching. Just shoot me an email, text me, give me a call and I'll help find the answers for you, get some information to you. That's all I have for tonight. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you on our next session, next Thursday. And until then, I'm going to say manifest best. Remember who, what, and whose you are. And remember that words matter. Words matter. Communication is an absolute must. Take care of that throat chakra so that you are communicating with confidence and you're being bold and you're being real. Until next week, manifest fast. And remember, I love you. God loves you. You are loved, lovable, and loving. Until next week, manifest fast. Good night.